Hi, this is Jeremy Moskowitz, Group Policy MVP and founder of PolicyPak Software, and in this video we're going to show you how PolicyPak integrates with Invincea. Invincea is a sandboxed browser for Internet Explorer, Firefox, and Chrome. And so let me just show you. I've already got Invincea installed, and I've got PolicyPak installed too. This is Invincea by itself. The idea is that Invincea does a great job at protecting the browsers, but it has no built-in way to manage configuration settings for your browsers or for your Acrobat Reader, for instance. So, for instance, if we were to go to options here, Internet options, you can set things yourself, like the home page or advanced configuration. But you probably want to set these things up for your users. You probably don't want to leave it for them or to chance, because you can actually make it more secure if you correctly configure your browsers. So that's the first thing. So let's go ahead and show Internet Explorer. Then I'm going to also show you Firefox. And in this example here, Firefox doesn't have any configurations either. If I just go to options here, you see that there's no home page, and some extra security settings can be just worked around, which is, again, could make you less secure. And if we go to, say, Chrome here, okay, go to Chrome here, and we go to options here, we can see that there's nothing particularly set here. So I'm going to demonstrate some settings into Chrome. I'm also going to set up Acrobat Reader and sort of demonstrate some items in there as well. And when I demonstrate Acrobat Reader, the way Invincea works is that if you were to click on a PDF file here. So if I were to click on what Internet Explorer admins don't know about application management, you can see the Invincea browser kicks into high gear. But there are some settings that you may want to configure correctly and nicely using PolicyPak. So let's go ahead and check that out. So the first thing we'll do is we will go over to our management station. And what I'll do is I'll do this for the entirety of West Sales. So what I'll go ahead and do is I'll right-click on my West Sales guys, and I'll create a GPO, and I'll call this manage. Got to spell it right. Manage browsers for Invincea and Acro using PolicyPak. So right-click here, click Edit. And then the first thing we'll do is we'll do Internet Explorer and Chrome. Excuse me. So we'll go to User Side, PolicyPak here. We'll click on Application Settings Manager. Right-click New Application, and we'll pick Internet Explorer 8 and later for Windows 7 and later. So there's nothing special you need to do in PolicyPak land in order to get Invincea stuff to work. You just go ahead and we'll make this PolicyPak.com. And while we're here, we'll right-click and we will lock it down. So we'll disable the corresponding control in the target application, thus making it not possible for users to change it in the UI. And we can also, if we want to, I'm not going to demonstrate this, you can perform Akal Lockdown, which will ensure that if a user goes to the registry entry or the file involved in here, that they can't modify that either. I'll go to Advanced here, and I'll just check a bunch of checkboxes here. It doesn't really matter what these things do or don't do. That's not really important. The point is that all these items are available to you in both the regular browser and the Invincea browser. So just for fun, I will right-click and disable a bunch of corresponding controls. It kind of doesn't really matter for the purposes of this demonstration. I'm just sort of proving a point here that we're able to deliver settings into the Invincea browser and the regular browser, and I'll demonstrate both of those. Okay, so that's Internet Explorer, and while I'm here, I'll also do Chrome here. So I'll take Chrome, and I got to pick the right one. There we go. And we'll double click that guy here. And let's go ahead and set the specific home page. We'll also set this to, PolicyPak.com. And we'll go over to Advanced. And I guess I like this one. I want to not check Offer to Save Passwords I enter on the web, because, if the bad guys get into the computer in the first place and they run Chrome, well, then those passwords are saved, and that's an attack vector. Even though the browser is protected, it's still an attack vector if somebody gets into the end user's machine. So we will uncheck Offer to Save Passwords as they enter them on the web. Okay, and then lastly, we'll go over on the computer side. We'll go to PolicyPak Application Settings Manager, and we'll manage Firefox, New Application, and we'll go to Firefox 23 and later pack. And once again, we will also drive in the home page of PolicyPak.com, right-click. We'll go ahead and lock down this setting using the system-wide config file. Firefox is a slightly different way of doing things. We'll go ahead and go to security, and we want to check all three of these checkboxes here and lock them all down. Okay, so we're making sure that, again, even though the browser itself is protected from the bad guys breaking through, we still have to protect the attack vectors inside the browser itself. So block, reported websites and don't remember password for sites. These are the kinds of things you want to make sure that you still do, no matter what your browser situation looks like. And also, I forgot, while I'm here also, I'll right-click New Application and select PolicyPak for Acrobat Reader X, okay? And I'll go ahead and I'll make some settings changes here too. So for instance, JavaScript, we want to uncheck Enable Acrobat JavaScript and lock it down. And we'll go to, let's see, where's the guy that I'm looking for here? Let's see. Security enhanced. I'm sure I'm looking right. There we go. Security enhanced. And of course, we want to enable enhanced security and also lock him down. So we'll disable the corresponding control. So we're delivering settings to Acrobat Reader. And what the heck? We'll go to the units, something simple, and we'll change it to millimeters and lock it down. Now, remember, everything in Invincea land, there's kind of two versions. There's the Invincea browser and the normal browser, or the Invincea version of Acrobat and the normal version of Acrobat. And all we're going to do is we're going to see both of those items here on the endpoint. So let's go ahead and run GP update. We'll wait for group policy to do its thing here. All right, and let's check them out one by one. Let's start out with Internet Explorer here. And remember, the Invincea browser is going to start up exactly where we want it to, because PolicyPak is now in charge. So we've driven the home page settings in here, and if we were to go to Internet Options here, boom, you can see that it's Invincea is activated. You can see the Invincea there. The home page is locked down, and the items on the Advanced tab that we said to check and also gray out are in fact being delivered correctly, just what we expected. So that's the first thing. Now remember, there's two versions of Invincea browser. So if we go to, say, GoToMeeting, which is on the whitelist site, you'll also see that those settings are in fact driven in here as well to the real browser too. So both the Invincea browser and the regular browser have those settings baked in. Let's go ahead and go to Chrome next. And you can see the Invincea browser launched. You can see PolicyPak homepage being driven in here. And you can go to settings here. You can see the home page, and you can see that it's set by well, it's Cisco here. It's not us. And you can see that that setting is based upon us, the administrator. And if we were to go to where the heck is that security thing? Let's see if I can find that. Advanced settings, and if we go to, here we go, uncheck offer to save your web passwords, thus making it more secure. You can see that that's being delivered by us right there. Okay, so that's setting Chrome. Let's go ahead and go into Firefox and see how Firefox reacts to PolicyPak. And you can see the Invincea browser getting launched there, and boom, you can see we've driven the home page in, just what we expect. And if we go to options here and we go to you can see the home page is locked down and not changeable. If we go to security here, you can see all three checkboxes are now checked and users can't work around it. Exactly what we expect. And there we go. We're very secure. And the last thing is Acrobat Reader. So remember, in Invincea land, if you double check just Acrobat Reader by itself, the Invincea browser itself, the Invincea version is not launched. But just to prove a point, PolicyPak is working in the not Invincea version. Okay, so you can see we've checked enable enhanced security, and also we've unchecked enable Acrobat JavaScript. So if for some reason your users don't use the Invincea version and they just go to File, Open here, we've got them protected, right? As much as we can do, it's different than what the Invincea guys can do, but the point is that you're protected if you don't use the Invincea browser stuff. So if we look at if a user double clicks on a PDF file here, what happens? Well, the Invincea version is launched, and inside Invincea, we should also see that if we look at JavaScript, boom, that's unchecked and grayed out. Users can't work around it. And security enhanced, That's also checked. Oh, I forgot to show before. Units is now set to millimeters. So we're doing all the things PolicyPak said we were going to do, thus integrating PolicyPak plus Invincea together, giving you the best of both worlds. There's nothing you need to configure or do. If you're already using Invincea, we will fully support our configurations together. All you need to do is use the latest version of PolicyPak and keep on going. And that's it. Hope that explains our PolicyPak and Invincea integration. I hope you enjoy it, get to use it, and looking forward to having you try it out and let us know how it works. Thanks so much. Take care.